Greetings, citizens of the galaxy. Welcome to Swtor Gaming.
Welcome.
I believe the Force has guided you to me.
Who we truly are is defined by our actions.
Alright guys, I'm probably a little bit late to the party, but I just found out the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer just dropped, so I'm going to check it out right now, and I'll give you my live reaction. I wonder what that planet is. Maybe it's the planet with the rice field. Oh shit! It looks like one of the rudders. Looks like the ship's taking a little bit of an action.
Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
This looks interesting.
Where?
This you must determine.
Tatooine?
The songs
Hoth?
of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
Oh, there's Sasha Banks.
Galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers.
This is the way.
Oh shit! We haven't seen a lot of water. X-wing. Oh, brief Karga. Ooh,
You know this is no place for a child.
those look like First Order stormtroopers.
Wherever I go, he goes.
So I've heard.
This is the way.
All right, that's what's up. We just saw the trailer, and it again reiterates, I think, the feeling most of us have as Star Wars fan. It really feels like Star Wars. Unlike the sequel trilogy, which was directed by Star Wars fans and Star Wars fans trying to make their own movies, I think that this is more, an exploration of that world, pretty much made off the things that Star Wars was based off of, that Western epic set in space, with that, samurai feel that it has to it, and I honestly can't wait until this comes out, because honestly we don't have too much. Hearing that a lot of the movies got pushed back, and I'm sure they're trying to re-scramble. The only thing I've been really listening to at Star Wars is the new Thrawn novel, which, again, guys, let me know if you want me to do some book reviews, because I listen to a lot of great Star Wars audiobooks. I'm also listening to the Dune audiobook, because if you guys haven't seen the new Dune trailer, that's possibly could be the next Star Wars, depending on how it does. It has all the potential, but I mean, Denis Villeneuve just with Blade Runner 2049, it was a beautiful movie with a really good story, but ultimately people didn't go watch it because they didn't know what this was all about, and he catered to the cult fan following. I mean, Star Wars has a broader audience appeal, but we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Mandalorian Season 2. I can't wait to see it. It looks like we're going to see all our familiar characters. I could be wrong, but I thought those stormtroopers, if we go back and take a look, they believe that they were First Order stormtroopers. Let's see if I can go back to the actual scene. I could, like I said, I could be wrong, but those outfits, I mean, they could be regular stormtroopers, but I think they look to me like First Order stormtroopers. If we go back to the beginning, there's also a couple other things. We see a ship that is the Mando's ship. It looks like one of the thrusters. So it looks like the ship is seen action. The back of the ship is open, exposed to space, which is also very strange. And it looks like one of his rear rockets aren't working properly. Then we go to see a city. They're in the dark, but then there's a place that looks like Tatooine, and there's a place that looks like Hoth. We see the Jawa and the Bantha, so that's probably Tatooine, which it was rumored that they were going to return to Tatooine there. You know, it'd have to be, you know, the home of Luke Skywalker, and if this is going to involve the Jedi, because they need to bring the asset or the child to the Jedi, of course we go back to Tatooine. Because Luke Skywalker right now in the story is a legend. I believe if this is after, I'm trying to remember if this is between, this is probably after, it's after Return of the Jedi, but I'm trying to figure out if it's before the Battle of Jakku, but I'm pretty sure during this time that Luke Skywalker will be making a big name for himself. Right now, this possibly could be Hoth. If you've played Swtor, there's a big crack and crevice that's like that on Hoth. And I'd be excited to go back and see like a new landscape, especially with the technology they have with the, I forget what it's called. It's like stagecraft, I believe it's what they call it. You see the asset right there. And this city, this port actually, I wonder where this could be Corellia. Could be, could not be. We don't know. Looks like a merchant town, a lot of Quarrens. This might be Mon Cala. You know, I believe Quarrens live on Mon Cala. I could be wrong. You know, so it's interesting. We'll see a lot more aliens. And there's Sasha Banks, WWE superstar Sasha Banks. So it was rumored Sasha Banks was going to be in the series. Now we do see it, and I believe she might be Force sensitive. Now, is she a rogue Jedi, a dark Jedi, someone who dabbled in the dark side? Is she a bounty hunter? We don't know. This is going to be very interesting. So, as we continue on, we see the Mandalorian's going to go on a journey. And what's rumored for this series is that we're going to try to find that Mandalorian, especially the way it ended for season 1. The Mandalorian was going to go with the asset, the child, to try to find its parents. So I'm wondering also if we're going to learn a little bit more about the Yoda species. Now, in Legends, it was called Lanik or Yoda species, but that's no longer a canon term, so we don't know. I mean, I'm excited to find out a little bit more about that, because I think that's something as we're going into the High Republic, where although it doesn't necessarily, the books don't necessarily center around Yoda, but it has been said that a younger Yoda will be around because he's over 900 years old. This child, being 50 years old, was actually alive at the same time that Yoda was alive. So we have to find out who he belongs to, where he's from. And the Mandalorian will be trying to, because remember, they're now a clan of 2. He got his clan symbol. And now we see another desert planet. Going back, and here's Cara Dune with an updated armor and Grief Karga. I can't wait, because I love their characters. And we're seeing right now that Moff Gideon is not letting go, as we see all these Gideon-esque TIE fighters. I know. You know what? I think I might be wrong. Let's go back to that. Let's see. Are they the same? No. Some are Scout Troopers. Some are. See, if you look at the armor, it looks very similar to the First Order Stormtroopers. So, are we going to see the rise of the First Order? Because that was one of the things that was rumored, that during this time we see the rise of the First Order. So, you see the armor right now, that might actually be it. Now we see some Scout Troopers. I think this is cool. We've never seen speeders hover in high energy, but look, them just jumping up and diving down.
No, this is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
Oh, this is actually very cool too. We saw this artwork posted by, I'm trying to remember, it was either Favreau or it was somebody. It was either Dave Filoni. I think it was Dave Filoni that posted this photo, you know, and we're finally going to get to see them in a different setting. Usually we see these creatures as Jabba's bodyguards, but here they're fighting for sport. After Jabba died, you know, killed by the Hutt Slayer Leia, the Nikto cartel took over, so maybe they've been displaced. Because Nikto also have brute strength. Most of them can act in their own way, not necessarily needing bodyguards. Maybe they got rid of them because a lot of them were loyal to the Hutts.
So I've heard.
This is cool. Another, we're seeing more aliens. These are interesting. I'm trying to wonder if this guy's like a crime boss or just took over a certain sector. They're all dressed in black, so maybe they are First Order, or the beginnings of what the First Order is. And this is what's interesting, and I found funny, just made me laugh, is this little thing. The baby instinctively knows he's about to launch his little rockets. He's like, I'm out of here. And that's a good thing, you know, like, what this trailer also shows me is continuing them using humor in a way it should be used, where they don't beat you over the head with it. It was one of the criticisms of The Last Jedi, where there were constantly stuff where it was trying to be funny. Well, I think it was probably the last two movies, the sequel trilogy, is something that they constantly had moments where they were trying to, hey, look, we're funny, and they didn't apply to a lot of people. But I think in this Mandalorian, it's going to continue that vein of using humor in appropriate ways, in appropriate time. You know, timing is also part of humor. So I honestly say I can't wait. You know, I can't wait to see what is going to go on. The Mandalorians will still looks like he'll be badass, and there's this Brock.
This is the way.
Yep. So, yeah, it says streaming October 30th. So, guys, we have, you know, a month and a half before it starts coming. So, if you guys want, if you guys enjoyed me, I'll cover and do some recaps. I'll try to do some spoiler free, though I'll keep it short because I think that'll be, with my busy workload, it will be the easiest way for me to do that for you guys. I don't know how, if it's going to air everywhere or if it's just going to air in the US, so I'll try to keep it spoiler free. Or if I get really excited and I can't contain my mouth and I got to speak about a spoiler, what I will try to do is indicate in the title that is a spoiler. And guys, let me know what you think. And may the force of your will further your destiny, always.